Hey guys, so let's make some vegan butter chicken. For this recipe, I am going to use soy curls once again, and I'm going to use about 1.5 cups of them dry, and I'm going to soak them prior to using them. I'm also going to use about 1/2 cup of chopped onion, 3 to 4 cloves of garlic minced, and I'm using Patak's butter chicken paste. Now, you can use any butter chicken paste, but check the ingredients, make sure it's vegan. This one is vegan. I'm going to use about 1/2 cup of this curry paste, 1 can of the Arroy coconut milk. Again, the size on that is 14 ounces, 400 mils, and about 1 cup of frozen peas. And that's all the ingredients you need for this really easy recipe. So we're going to start by heating about 2 tablespoons each of oil. I'm using olive oil, whichever plant oil you prefer. I would not suggest, however, using coconut oil in this one, only because we're putting coconut milk in as well. So it really takes on the flavor of coconut if you've got too much in there. So I've used olive oil and vegan butter. And we're just going to wait till that butter melts in. And at that point, we'll add the onions. All right, the butter has melted. Let's add in the onions, and we'll just stir it in the mixture until the onions become translucent. So a couple of minutes. 3 to 5 minutes. So those onions are becoming translucent. I'm going to add in the garlic now and the soy curls, which I have soaked just for a few moments in warm water. Now, if you don't have soy curls, you could use tofu, or you could also, there are other plant-based products that work really well in most grocery store produce aisles, you know, that says something like chicken strips or things like that. But soy curls, as far as I'm concerned, are the best. It's got a great flavor. It takes on the flavor of the sauce. It's non-GMO. They're soy, so really great. So we're just going to heat this back up and just stir it around for a little bit, about another 5 minutes. And now adding in 1/2 cup of the butter chicken paste. It's actually about half of the jar, a little more than 1/2 cup. I just use half a jar because that way I can make it twice. So about half the jar of the paste, and we're just going to stir it all in and cook it for a little longer. Let those soy curls start to absorb some of that flavor. So you can see a few minutes later we're all stirred in, it's sizzling. It smells so awesome, guys. It smells awesome. So at this point I am going to just pour in the whole can of the coconut milk. And seriously, guys, this is the best coconut milk. I've tried a lot of them, especially this one's always out, so I've tried a couple of others. I won't even use the others now. It's just so good. So anyways, I'm going to stir in this coconut milk. We're going to get it all mixed in, and slowly, on a low heat, low to medium, bring it back up to a simmer, and then the next step. As the heat starts to come back up on it, you're just going to add that cup of peas. Now, if you don't like peas, feel free to not put them in, or you can put 1/2 cup. We like peas. It's a great source of protein. So we're adding 1 cup of peas in there, and I'm going to stir that in. And so it'll come back up to heat. At this point, I'm going to turn it down to low, put a cover on it, and just let it simmer for a while. Checking it every so often, just make sure it's not getting too thick. If it does get too thick, you can just add a little bit of water. And what I do is in the can that I got the coconut milk out of, I just put water in it to clean out the rest of it, and I use that to water it down. And of course you could always use vegetable broth as well. So here we go. Everything's ready to go. I'm just going to cover it, put it on low, and simmer it for the next hour or so. A couple hours later, after it's cooked a bit, serving it up with some brown rice and some bindi masala, which I've never made before, but it smells delicious. It's one of our favorites when we go out, so fingers crossed.